The Sioux City City Council held a hearing on the proposed fiscal year 2027 city property tax levy.
And so while people had the opportunity to weigh in on the proposal, which would lower the residential property tax levy, no one showed up. KTV's Sophie Wyckoff joins us in studio tonight. Sophie, you were at that public hearing today. What should Sioux City taxpayers really expect for this upcoming tax year?
Well, Matt and Jessica, this afternoon's hearing on the property tax proposal for fiscal year 2027 focused on the impact of changes to the property tax levy on homeowners and business owners. The property tax levy in the 10-year average is $15.77 per $1,000 of assessed value. Last year in fiscal year 2026, it was over $17. The proposed levy is lower than last year's and even lower than the average of $15.77. Under the proposed property tax levy rate, residential property taxes will go down by 4.06%, but commercial property taxes will go up by 3.03%. Now compare that to the tax levy rates proposed by the two other taxing entities in Sioux City, the Sioux City Community School District and Woodbury County. The school district's residential property tax levy will go up by almost 5%, and the commercial property tax levy rate will go up by almost 13%. The school district's tax levy will go before the school board for approval alongside the budget during the April 13th school board meeting. To Woodbury County, where the property tax levy rates will stay the same, but the rates haven't been finalized. County Board Chair Mark Nelson tells KTIV the county-wide levy will be the same as last year, but any other cuts before the budget is made will be finalized on April 30th, and that would result in reduction of the county levy. Sioux City Mayor Bob Scott shared how the City Council was able to lower the tax levy.
Made some cuts that weren't very popular, as you were well aware of, but at the end of the day, I think it's fair for all the departments. I think they've got more than enough to keep operating, maybe not at the level they'd like.
Mayor Scott says they spent a lot of time looking at this budget and looked at a lot of different things. The biggest budget cut was the funding for the public library. He says it was a difficult decision, but Scott appreciates what the different city departments did. The Sioux City Community School District will approve its levy on April 13th, and Woodbury County leaders hope to have that county property tax levy finalized by April 30th.
All right, Sophie Wyckoff for us in studio tonight. Sophie, thank you.